Analysis of Joker, Folie à Deux, 2024. Or Joker 2, plot. Joker, Folie à Deux, follows Arthur Fleck, now confined in Arkham State Hospital, awaiting trial for his crimes as the Joker. There, he meets Lee Quinzel, a devoted fan who shares his distorted view of reality. Together, they form a symbiotic relationship, exploring themes of shared madness and identity. The film blends psychological drama with musical numbers, presenting an even more decadent and surreal Gotham City. Strengths. Joaquin Phoenix delivers an intense and deep performance, delving further into Arthur Fleck's psyche. Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn brings a unique energy to the film, adding a new dynamic to the story. Music plays a central role, with the musical numbers reflecting the characters' mental states. Visual atmosphere is striking, with production design and cinematography creating an immersive and disturbing Gotham City. Weaknesses. Critical and audience reception was mixed, with low approval ratings from critics and audience members. Box office performance was underwhelming, with an estimated budget of $190 million United States dollars. The film earned approximately $207 million worldwide, not fully covering production and marketing costs. Narrative structure received criticism for mixing musical elements with the dark tone of the first film, resulting in an incoherent story for some viewers. Irregular pacing includes slow moments that may disappoint viewers expecting a more dynamic plot. Fun facts about Joker, Folie à Deux, 2024. 1. Significant title. The subtitle Folie à Deux means shared madness in French, referring to a psychiatric disorder in which two people share similar delusions. This reflects the symbiotic relationship between Arthur Fleck and Lee Quinzel in the film. 2. Surprising inspiration. The idea of turning Joker, Folie à Deux, into a musical came from a dream of Joaquin Phoenix, in which Arthur Fleck performed on stage, singing and telling jokes. Both Joaquin Phoenix and director Todd Phillips liked the idea, leading to the inclusion of musical numbers in the film. 3. Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. Lady Gaga plays Lee Quinzel, a version of the character Harley Quinn. A same-sex kiss scene between Lee and a protester was filmed but did not appear in the final cut. The scene was removed because the necessary dialogue would have disrupted the intended pacing. 4. Memorable soundtrack. The film features 15 musical numbers, including covers of classics such as Cheek to Cheek and That's Entertainment. The only original song is Folie à Deux, written and performed by Lady Gaga. 5. Iconic filming locations. Filming took place in iconic locations including the abandoned Essex County Isolation Hospital in Belleville, New Jersey, and the famous Bronx Stairs known as the Joker Stairs, which appeared in the first film. Lessons from Joker 2, 2024. 1. The danger of shared delusions. The film highlights how two vulnerable minds can reinforce each other's destructive behavior. It shows the risks of relationships where unhealthy patterns are amplified rather than corrected. 2. Mental health cannot be ignored. Arthur Fleck's continued struggles emphasize that untreated mental health issues, combined with societal neglect, can have extreme consequences. 3. Influence and manipulation matter. The relationship between Arthur and Lee shows how one person can influence another's actions and beliefs, for better or worse, demonstrating the power of persuasion and obsession. 4. Consequences of escapism. The musical elements and surreal experiences reflect the danger of living in a fantasy world as a way to escape reality, illustrating that avoidance does not resolve underlying problems. 5. Art and expression reflect inner turmoil. The film demonstrates that art Music and performance can be outlets for inner emotions, but they also expose vulnerabilities and can become tools for self-destruction if not balanced with reality. Now, here is our opinion.
After the success of the first Joker, I was eager to watch Joker 2. When the movie was finally released, I found out it would be a musical, which immediately made me apprehensive and skeptical. I thought it was an extremely bold choice to turn the sequel, which in the first film focused intensely on drama, into a musical spectacle. This radical change was risky, and for me, concerning. As soon as Joker Folie à Deux premiered, I learned that it was being heavily criticized. Critics were tearing the movie apart, portraying it as a complete disaster. Even so, I thought, it can't be that bad. I'll watch it and form my own opinion. At first, the movie seemed interesting, but everything started to fall apart when the Joker meets Harley Quinn. From that moment on, the musical aspect becomes constant, almost non-stop, with songs every 5 minutes, and the drama that supported the original story almost disappears. Moreover, I didn't find the songs engaging or relevant, which made the narrative feel disconnected and weakened. What disappointed me the most, however, was the deconstruction of the Joker's character. In the first film, he functioned as a revolutionary symbol, complex and fascinating. In Joker 2, however, he seems ashamed of who he is, completely opposite to the character that captivated the audience. This narrative direction struck me as bizarre and totally wrong. How could we destroy a character that was so acclaimed? How did no one foresee the backlash this would generate? Reflecting on it, I found a possible explanation. The success of the first film turned the Joker into a symbol of revolution, something that may have disturbed certain institutions. I believe there was external interference to deconstruct the character, making him less admirable and diminishing his influence on the audience. It is possible that the failure of the sequel was, in part, intentional, a way to neutralize the cultural impact of the original Joker. Additionally, the movie makes even graver mistakes. The character is killed at the end without fulfilling any meaningful arc, and the story completely ignores essential elements of the Joker's universe, such as his relationship with Batman. The result is a film that makes no sense, full of questionable decisions and narratively frustrating. A movie filled with poorly executed ideas which, in my opinion, turned out even worse than critics suggested. It is undoubtedly a work that deserves all the boos it received. In the end, Joker 2 was a disappointment, not only because of the excessive musical elements, but mainly due to the destruction of the central character and the atmosphere that made the first film so impactful. That's all for now. If all goes well, see you in the next video. Until then.
You expect us to believe that your last name is Republic?